Hello everybody. Yes, I'm making one of those videos and it honestly just feels a bit surreal. It feels like just yesterday when I got my first job as a data analyst, but that was over 5 years ago. And it feels the same way for this YouTube channel, but that was over 3 years ago. There's just been a lot of things that have changed in the past 5 years, and I feel like the Alex from 5 years ago could never have seen where we are today. You know, it feels a little bit surreal, like it's not actually happening, but it's happening, and I'm quitting my job. Now, I just want to share everything with you about why I quit my job and kind of what I have planned for the future, because it's going to be very, very different. Now, I want to apologize ahead of time. I was writing the script out, kind of what I wanted to share and how I wanted to share it with you guys. And I was getting very emotional. I was tearing up just writing it. And so I have a feeling that at some point in this video, I'm going to tear up like, I am right now. But, I'm going to try to share this with as least tears as I possibly can. So let's start off with why I quit my job, and then we'll kind of get into like what I have planned for the future. So I've been a data analyst for over 5 years, 3 years at my current company, and I became an analytics manager about a year ago. And the company is good. It's a pharmaceutical distribution company called AmerisourceBergen. They've been very good to me, a very good company, paid me very well. Right now, or as of last week, I was making over $125,000 per year, which is just mind-blowing. I never in my life thought that I would be making that kind of money. Like, it just had never crossed my mind. I always thought I'd be making like 50s or 60s for most of my life. That's kind of what I had envisioned before I changed careers and became a data analyst. And everything was going really good. I had my full-time job, I had my family, I had my YouTube thing. But kind of these three different things were growing in the background, and they all kind of collided at once. And these three things are by far the biggest reason why I quit my job, even though things were going really well in that job. The first thing is, while I was doing my full-time job and doing my YouTube thing, and the YouTube stuff started growing, a lot of companies started reaching out, wanting me to consult with them, wanting to get my opinion on things. And so, over the past 2 years, I've kind of been doing that on the side, just taking small projects where I would either come in and build something for them, like a dashboard or some pipeline, or help integrate a product, or I'd be helping them with their content side, kind of reviewing their product, giving suggestions, offering my services and knowledge in the YouTube content area. And over the past 2 years, it's just been growing and growing. And it's gotten to the point where I've started to have to turn people away or turn down a lot of projects because I just don't have the time. And a lot of those companies that I would consult with and a lot of those projects paid pretty well. And I started to run the math in my head, and I'm like, if I did that project for 1 week, it would basically be a month's salary, and I could get 2 more projects and get a lot more money. And so it kind of became this thing where I honestly was almost losing money staying at my full-time job. The second reason is that beyond all of these things, my full-time job, YouTube, consulting, I've also been trying to create full-length courses, because as much as I love, making these courses and series on YouTube, I just don't get to dive really deep into them. And I'm a person who I like to dive really deep into subjects, learn it really, really well, and I want you guys to learn that as well. And so I've been trying to do that in the background. It's been going slowly because I have all these other things on my plate. I honestly feel like I recommend so many other courses on this channel. I'm like, you can take this one, but you don't really need to pay attention to this part, or you can take this full course, but it teaches R and it doesn't teach Python. My thinking is, why don't I just build out exactly what I think you need and go really in depth and create my own line of courses? So that's the second thing. I just really want to do that. I have a passion for teaching and teaching you guys these things, and I really feel like I can make some fantastic content that would really, really help a lot of people. The third reason, beyond all these other things that we've talked about, is something I've been working on in the background for the past year, and it's really starting to take shape. I can't really announce everything just yet, but it is really close to being done. I'm super excited to share it with you, because this is something that I think I am most excited about beyond all these other things that we've talked about, whether it's consulting, the YouTube, or building courses. I think this is the thing that I'm most excited about. It's going to be something called Analyst Builder. I will make a ton of announcements when it is finally launched, but it is going to be huge, and I'm super, super, super excited about this one. So those are the three biggest reasons why I'm quitting my job. And honestly, my full-time job is kind of holding me back from being able to pursue any of these. I just couldn't fully pursue any of them because I was working my job full time. And with all the time that I'm gonna free up not having a full-time job, I'll be able to really invest in all of these projects. And this is absolutely a huge risk. I had a full-time job with a great salary, making about $130,000. I had a 401k benefits, insurance, all of these things. And on top of that, with the consulting, I was probably making another, 65 on top of that, probably close to around 200,000 a year. And by quitting my full-time job, I am basically getting rid of my main source of income in hopes that all of these other things that I'm building will make it worth it. And so I'm gonna be living off a little bit less money for a while, and that's okay. My wife is fully on board, and she knows how incredibly passionate I am about these things. Like I've just been talking about them, probably nonstop, probably annoyingly at some point, just about how I really want to pursue them. And we talked about it, and it's a risk that we're willing to take. We want to see if it can go the distance. We want to see if this is something that I can build and I can grow and I can really put my all into and make work. And this is the part where I'm going to tear up because I couldn't have done it without you guys. This YouTube channel, this community has meant a lot to me. And the support that you guys have given me, the feedback that I've gotten over the years, the support in general has just been amazing. Not just on YouTube, but on LinkedIn and on Twitter. It's just, the word is surreal. I feel like I'm a different person than I was 5 years ago. And you guys are, a big key and a big part of that. I wouldn't be able to do these things. I wouldn't be able to pursue these things if, you guys weren't out there watching my videos, supporting me, just helping me along the way, because, it's a lot of work, but you guys make it worth it. And everything that I'm doing is, except for the consulting maybe, but everything that I'm doing is, for the community, and I feel like it's going to give back in a big way. And I'm really, really excited about it, because I feel like, having the experience and knowledge that I've gotten doing this and creating the content for the last 3 years, like I'm going to be able to create some amazing stuff for you guys that you guys are going to love and is really going to help the community in a big way. And so all I ask moving forward is that you guys just continue to support me, support the channel. And I hope you don't mind if I have to take on a few more sponsors along the way to pay bills, but I promise you it'll be worth it. I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous if I'm being honest, but I'm extremely passionate about these things I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to give it my absolute all. I have a family I have to take care of. I got 3 kids, so I'm going to be putting my absolute all into these projects. So thank you guys so much just for everything. I've had to do this take a couple times because I keep tearing up, but just thank you. Just thank you for everything. It's meant a lot.